Today I'm going to be programming a keyless remote onto this FJ Cruiser. I picked up a set of two off of Amazon for 20-something bucks. I'll put the link down below, but they were the cheapest ones for the most decent review I could find. I did already program one and it worked fine, so let's get started. Now if we go online, there are plenty of instructions out there. I have two sets right here. The first set is from the factory service manual, which you can find on purefjcruiser.com. They have some resources and they'll give this, but there's a lot of extra fluff in here that we don't really need. So I dug around a little more, and I found on carandtruckremotes.com there's a simplified set of instructions, and I kind of laid it out a little more nicely here. So we're just going to follow these instructions, and I'll copy and paste these into the description down below, but I'll run through it right now as well. Step 1, we're going to start with the driver's door open and the key out of the ignition. Step 2, we're going to put the key into the ignition and remove it twice. Step 3, open and close the driver's door twice. And insert the key into the ignition and remove it again. Step 4, close and open the driver's door twice again. Put the key in the ignition. Close the door. And I'm going to turn the key once. Stay until the end of the video and I'll put a little star on this part and explain a little more. Turn it once to on and then back to lock. Remove the key. We heard the locks cycle, so that means that we're in programming mode. And from here, within 40 seconds, we need to press the lock and unlock button on the remote for 1.5 seconds. Release. Within 3 seconds, press the lock button. And we heard the locks cycle. Now, if I had more remotes to add, I could just pull those out right now, hold down the lock and unlock for 1.5, then press the lock. And program up to 4 remotes, but this is the only one I'm programming, so now I'm going to open the door to complete the process. So now that we're out of programming mode, I can unlock and lock the vehicle with this key. So that little star that I left back in the instructions in step 4, where I turned the ignition key once and turned it back off, that was to add a remote to the existing we'll call it frequency. If for some reason I lost my remotes and I wanted to put them all on a different frequency now, I would have turned the ignition key twice, and that would have reset the whole system, and any previous remotes that were on the system will no longer work. They won't be totally useless. You will need to program them to the new frequency. So they won't work as they did before, but they can still be programmed into the system. So really, we only want to turn the key twice if for some reason we lost a remote and we don't want someone else to gain access to the vehicle now. But that's pretty much it. So like I said, I'll put these instructions down in the description, as well as a link to the website where I got them. If we read through it once or twice, it becomes a little more straightforward than just watching the video or doing it once. So that can be a little more helpful with the text version. Like I said, I'll also put a link to where I got these remotes. Like I said, they were the most reasonably priced ones with decent reviews that I could find. They don't quite match the quality of OEM, but they're pretty decent. And this procedure works for 2007 and 2008, I know for sure. Beyond that, I don't know, but it can't hurt to give it a try. So, thanks for watching. Hope this video was helpful. If it was, please give it a thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe for more FJ Cruiser videos.